This is instruction on completing the RD3 assignment. I have here in a Google Doc an example from a student. If you are the partner of this student, you have certain things that you need to do. Now, to reiterate, you are not to change anything here, just add some comments. So the first thing that you're asked to do is to highlight in yellow the thesis statement. And if we read this initial paragraph, Peggy Guggenheim cared about the war effort and enjoyed showing people art of great avant-garde artists, which were artists who liked to be different and original. She also enjoyed traveling with her husband and children. Peggy was a very influential art collector. Her father was a very rich yet unsuccessful businessman who left Peggy a fortune after he died while on board the Titanic. So it looks like the main idea behind this paper is going to be that Peggy was a very influential art collector. So we're going to highlight that in yellow. Then we'll go down. We have to make sure that each paragraph now supports that idea. So let's look at the first paragraph. Peggy Guggenheim cared more about the war effort than her education. Instead of continuing on to college after high school, Guggenheim decided to join the war effort in support of the First World War and eventually ended up as a clerk in a small bookstore. Peggy Guggenheim decided to serve her country by joining the war effort instead of going to college. She cared about her country enough to sacrifice her education. She decided that helping her government and country was more important than just helping herself. Okay, well-constructed paragraph. Now what I might do here is suggest that the paragraph doesn't have to do with her life as an art collector. So I would go down to the bottom and say paragraph 1 does not relate to art. Okay. Now, the person that wrote this would then be able to, as a decision to make, are they going to do something about the paragraph? Are they going to change that at all? Are they going to leave it? Are they going to change their thesis statement so that that fits in? And so that's a decision that the person that wrote this will have to make. And we'll go down to the second paragraph. Peggy Guggenheim enjoys art and tries her best to fill each of her galleries. And you'll find reading this paragraph that it does have to do with art and galleries, as does the third paragraph having to do with avant-garde artists. And we go down here. Peggy and her husband enjoyed traveling. In 1922, she married Lawrence Vail after the birth of her first son, Sinbad. Lawrence and his wife traveled to Italy and Egypt, and they went to Switzerland where their second child, Peggy, was born. The family settled in Parma-Skier, my apologies to the French, in the south of France. They visited many unique and interesting places before they settled into a permanent home. She enjoyed traveling with her husband and children to see beautiful sights she couldn't see at home. So I might just go down here and say paragraphs 1 and 4 do not relate to art. Okay, and again, the author is going to have to decide if she's going to leave it in or change the thesis or somehow change each of the paragraphs to include something about art. Now, the next thing is to highlight the topic sentences in each paragraph, and we're going to do that in blue. So we'll go up here, and there's blue. And there's blue and blue and blue. Okay, so now we can go back up to the first body paragraph. We've read this paragraph over, and I do think everything in here has to do about her caring for the war effort. Second paragraph, she enjoys art and tries best to fill each of her galleries. And I might put in here that this is slightly off topic because, obviously, we're doing these in pink. So I might type in after that, choose a color that is different. This sentence has nothing to do with Peggy. Okay, and we'll go back and clean up the spelling here. Okay, sentence has nothing to do with Peggy. So now, again, she may want to change this, she may not want to change it. She has a decision to make here. And then we would repeat that for each of the others. Now, regarding things that might be grammatically incorrect or spelling or something like that, I noticed that the author here has used a contraction, and we shouldn't really be using contraction. So I'm going to put a comment in there. No contractions. Notice that I'm not changing it. I could easily have changed that to could not, but that is not my job. That is the job of the author. And no, that is the job of the author. They have to decide what they're going to do about your comments. Now at the bottom I'm going to put in my name, so we'll type in McRuffle, so that when the teacher sees this, the teacher will know to give McRuffle credit for peer editing this particular paper. And that is all there is to it. Thank you.